Holly, and for today's video I thought I would talk to you guys about my plans after the baby is born. If you guys don't know, I am currently 27, almost 28 weeks pregnant, and our baby girl is due on February 7th of 2019, of course. And I've been getting a lot of questions, especially from family lately, and a lot of questions in my own head about plans or what we're going to do after the baby's born. What are we kind of planning on our parenting style and that kind of thing, about breastfeeding and those kind of things. So today I thought I would make a video about it and share with you guys, as well as maybe get some advice from some fellow mamas out there. Yeah, so let's just get started. First, I want to mention I look like a hot mess. I'm extremely tired. I've been suffering from calf leg cramps really bad, and it's not because I'm dehydrated. I know that's not the problem. I don't know what is causing it, but they literally shoot me out of bed and I have to stand up and get up and walk around, and it's only been the past 3 nights that they've been happening, so I've been struggling with that. But if you guys have any idea what it could be or know any way to kind of help it or stop them, please leave those comments down below, because at this point I'm getting so tired and I'm trying to get all the rest I can before the baby comes, but at this rate I don't think I'm ever going to get any rest before she comes. But anyways, with that being said, let's just start off with the one major topic after our baby girl is born, is if I plan to breastfeed. And this question I get a lot from family and my parents, well, more so my mom and Ryan, which is the father of our baby, if you don't know. And I actually really want to breastfeed. That is something that I tell everybody, that I really want to breastfeed. The only problem I have is I struggle, or I have inverted nipples. Now, if anybody has ever struggled with wanting to breastfeed their baby and hasn't been able to because of the inverted nipple, or were you guys able to overcome it and there was some way that you guys found that you could breastfeed, please leave those comments down below as well, because I am really worried that I'm not going to be able to, especially because my first doctor before I moved to my OB basically said with inverted it's very rare and it's really hard to be able to breastfeed with inverted, and most of my family members are inverted and they all said that it was really difficult and extremely painful, and I don't want to be dealing with painfulness, you know, the whole entire time. But it is something that I really want to do. One, it benefits the baby so much, and I want that extra special bond with my daughter. And then not only that, but I think any parent would understand that it saves money, and that kind of thing is just something I really want to do. I know some people have said that nipple guards help, but I don't know if those really help or not. If they helped you, please let me know. I'm wanting to try anything at this point and be prepared to trying these things as soon as she's born, because it is something that I extremely want to do. The other thing is, if I can't breastfeed, if she can't latch, in a sense, I really want to try to just pump for her, so she's at least getting the breast milk and that extra protein and everything. That I just want to utilize my breast milk, that, you know, and hopefully I get a good supply. But I'm just really concerned about having the inverted, that I'm not going to be able to breastfeed, and it is something that I really want to do and I really want to experience. But again, I'm like in that worried phase of what am I going to do if she can't latch. Is there anything that I could do to help? To help her latch, is there anything I can do to at least make sure that she's still getting the breast milk? And so basically I have a manual pump, because one of my family members said that the manual pump works better for them instead of the electric pump when you are inverted. So I do have one of those. I have the event one to go with our bottles that I plan to use if she has to be bottle fed, of course. So I really want to utilize that. And like I said, if she can't latch, I really want to try just pumping strictly for her so she can have that. But like I said, I would prefer to just have her breastfeed instead of me having to do, you know, the extra work just to pump so she could be fed. But if I have to do the extra work, that's something that I will do. But like I said, if you guys have any tips or you've had to deal with that kind of thing, please let me know, because I am desperate at this point. I am so worried and so scared that I'm not going to be able to. I'm not going to have that special bond. I'm not going to be able to experience that, and it's something that I really want to experience. And at this point, it's getting closer and closer to my due date, and I'm just really nervous and scared about that, especially when it comes time for her to be born. And you know, if I can't feed her with breast milk, I'm just going to feel defeated and you know, extremely bad in a sense, if that makes any sense. I just feel like I'd fail her in a sense. So if you guys have any tips, that is definitely something that I really could use. All the advice, I am a first-time mom, so all the advice that I could get, please leave them down below in the comments. I would love you guys so much, especially if you have dealt with the invertedness. Please, all the suggestions, like I said, would be highly appreciated. The next thing is, if you guys don't know, if you guys are new watching this video, or watching me, or first time on this channel, we are currently in a one-bedroom place because our current moving situation, we were supposed to be moving at the end of November, beginning of December, into a two-bedroom place, perfect for just the three of us. And let's just say that we were starting to get everything ready. I hadn't unpacked any of the baby stuff. It was all being put into storage bins so that when we had to move, or when we do go to move, it would all be packed and ready to go. But unfortunately, the people that we were supposed to rent from fell through on their deal, and it got to the last crunch time where it was too late. We had to, here in Canada, at least where I live in Canada, we have to renew our lease, and unfortunately we had to renew at our one-bedroom place, which it will be only for the first 3 months of her life that we will have to stay here, and then we will definitely be moving in at the end of April mark, so she'll only be 3 to 4 months old, depending on exactly when she's born, because I'm due so early in February. She could come at the end of January if she's early or whatever, but definitely that's going to be the next thing to worry about, is moving into a bigger place. But for the first few months, she'll be sleeping in our room anyway, so I'm not too worried about the one-bedroom place right now. We have everything set up for her. We have plenty of room. Her dresser and stuff like that may be utilized in our storage bin type thing. It's like a bit, you can utilize it as a dresser in our living room, but at this point, and in our bedroom, that kind of thing, we're fine with it. It's just something that unfortunately we didn't expect. We always expected to have that 2-bedroom, and unfortunately things in life sometimes don't work out, so we're stuck in our 1-bedroom. But like we said, for the first 3 months, she doesn't need a whole lot of space. She doesn't need crawling room. She doesn't need walking room, running room. She doesn't need that extra space. And for the first few months anyway, she'll be in our room, so that part isn't too worrisome. So that will be the next thing that we will be doing. But the first, like I said, the first thing was the breastfeeding. And then after that, it will be when she's older. I plan on, if I can breastfeed with her actually having a latch, I want to breastfeed for at least the first 9 to 12 months. That's my goal, just because we are a busy family where we like to go and do things, especially in the summertime. Ryan's family lives very far away from us, and they won't be able to come visit the baby. So our plan is when she's a little bit older, around the 6, 7, 8 month mark, is to go and visit Ryan's grandparents, because they won't be able to meet their great-granddaughter just because they are getting older and they can't travel. So that will be us, and it will be, for me, it will be just easier to be almost at the end of breastfeeding, transferring her into whatever, unless I can breastfeed longer. It all depends on my supply as well. So that's our next thing that we would start planning, is, of course, once we've moved and everything, we get on a better schedule in our new house. We'll get on a schedule, of course, in our new one as well, is to plan the trips to take our baby girl, Aria, if you don't know, or if you haven't seen our name reveal, to see her grandparents, her great-grandparents. So that is the next thing, and that kind of thing. It's just kind of taking things day by day, letting her experience the things, and just watching her grow and settle down. For job wise, I work from home, so I'm not too concerned about my job. I can utilize that time when she's sleeping or whatever. It's not a big deal. For Ryan, he does work out of home, but he's home every night, so I'm not too concerned about that either. And then it will be just watching her grow and that kind of thing. And then also the other question that we get from family members a lot is, are you having another baby? When are you planning on having another one? Because if you guys don't know as well, this baby was planned, and unfortunately we lost our first to an early miscarriage, but this is our second, and so far the pregnancy has been going pretty good, besides the average pregnancy symptoms and that kind of thing. I haven't had any complications so far, so I'm just hoping that the last few months go just as smoothly, besides the lack of sleep. Other than that, with that question is, yeah, we do plan on having another baby and bringing another baby into our lives.